You are back. Ignatius, Una, these souls have taken their first steps onto the path that leads to the embrace of the bleeding heart of the plague. Soon they will begin their final act. Give it to me. Seal my fate as well. You shall begin your final march toward your destiny. You will witness what was ordained for you long ago, from the moment you first arrived at the island asylum. I can feel it. You were sick. You carried the plague. It was your destiny. Fate, however, steered your path in another direction for a time. Yet here you are, the lost child, making its way home. Like Una, I shall find silence. I shall finally catch my breath. I cannot wait for that moment. And so, my final act unfolds. Let us close our eyes together.
I'm sorry, Wanderer, but you cannot rest here. Not yet. I sense my brother's soul within you. The pull of his destiny is stronger than any of our desires. I am, well, his half-sister. A very important distinction at court. To Arthur, though, I was always just sister. The one he liked, not only loved. I stood by his side, listened to him, and spoke my mind when he needed it. And when the visions came, I was the only one who understood they weren't just madness. My poor brother. I couldn't bear to see him suffer. There was little I wouldn't do if it meant I could help him. They came with the plague. The land was ravaged by sickness, and Arthur's mind was plagued by waking nightmares. He heard a voice, clear as any other, calling to him, relentlessly, day and night, begging him to return to Avalon. Oh, but how does one return to a place they have never seen before? He'd come to me in the dead of night, afraid he was going mad. But I knew better. I heard it too, though faintly. To me, they were merely echoes of a distant despair. In a way, I think I did, but even now I'm not sure. I followed the visions, though most of the court thought I'd lost my mind, or that I'd secretly caught the Red Death and it had taken over my senses. Sir Estor was one of the very few who believed me, and the only one brave enough to join me on my pilgrimage to a plague-ridden land. The visions showed me a place of beginnings, bathed in creeping scarlet. So, that's where we went. The bleeding heart of the plague. With every step, the voice grew louder. And when I finally saw it, it felt as though it was beating inside my own chest. Each heartbeat was like a knife twisting, a festering wound that could never heal. That's when I understood. The homelands are lost, and Avalon is truly our only salvation. There was something almost human about it, and yet it was so terribly alien. It was like staring at your own reflection in a distorted mirror. Everything seemed familiar, yet profoundly wrong. I've had centuries to reflect on it, and I think I've almost uncovered the truth. A truth that's both simple and devastating. The heart is a grief made manifest. The sorrow of a mother who lost her child. Undoubtedly, yes. These are three aspects that could not exist without one another. There was a heart, struck by immense grief. That grief gave birth to a force as untamable, as relentless as the plague. I believe that there's no cure for such matters, except time. And time is a luxury only we humans have. I don't know. I thought leading Arthur to Avalon would keep us safe. But then it followed us here too. I'm not sure there's anything we can do to cure a bleeding heart. For a being that exists outside of time, with only a rudimentary grasp of mortality, there's no such thing as an end. I doubt she wants everyone else to suffer with her. She just doesn't know how to stop. I saw that staying meant death for all of us. Nothing in the homelands could stop the plague. And the voice, it kept calling night and day, promising safety on Avalon's shores. Arthur once told me it sometimes felt familiar to him, though he could never say why. Even then, he wasn't sure if he could trust it. But after I returned with Estor, he didn't hesitate anymore. We sailed for Avalon, and the voice led us straight to its shores. You could say that. One way or another, every prophet becomes a captive to their followers. Some chains are just more visible than others. The Red Priests like to call me theirs. So, theirs I must remain. After we left the homelands, people started listening to me. Not just to my brother. It was terrifying, stepping out of his shadow. But I did my best to guide them. You see, no one becomes a prophet on their own. They're made by the people who need someone to follow. I became what they needed. Sometimes a guiding hand, other times a whip over their heads. Keep going. Take it from someone who has lived far too long. Some decisions are out of your hands. You just have to make the best of what's left. You'll do fine. You're in excellent company after all. And Arthur, I'm sorry I can't stand by your side this time. But know you're always in my heart, brother. This is for both of you. May we all find peace at the end of this path. Please, take care of my brother. Now go. There's nothing more for you here.
My sister. I didn't think I'd ever see her again. She was gone. I've always felt like I failed her. I was her older brother, and it was my responsibility to protect her. And yet, she ended up taking care of me. And she paid dearly for it. I'm still not sure. Kai always stepped into whatever role was needed and made it fit her perfectly. Blind devotion was never something she sought, but if she thought it served a purpose, I know she wouldn't hesitate. I want to see her only as my beloved sister, but that was never all she was. A half-sibling is only halfway to being a bastard, even if acknowledged. Like Morgaine, Kai wasn't well respected at court. But unlike Morgaine, she never met disdain with more disdain. Just pity. The narrow-mindedness of others usually only saddened her. Morgaine was proud, and she wore that pride like spiky armor. She was also stubborn, never able to admit she was wrong. Kai was different. Softer, but not weak. Quietly unyielding, full of unwavering conviction. Sometimes I envied her for that. But most of the time I was simply grateful. I do. I always have. She always stayed calm, no matter what was thrown at her. I don't think I ever saw her hesitate. When she made a decision, she was certain. I miss her presence and her counsel. Maybe things would have turned out differently if she'd been by my side.
Have some spare food and coin?
What? It's you! You're stealing from me! Why? I know that, except I thought... so it wasn't you? You're telling me someone else was here? Oh, I want to believe you, I really do, but it's just so strange. And you're saying you saw that person? If so, where are they now? Nobody could escape me so quickly, unless... So you're not only a thief, but a liar as well. You know, I expected better from you. Even if the theft was a mistake on your part, you still chose to lie to me right now. Why? We could have just talked about it. I don't know, although, I guess I could use your expertise in burglary. The problem is, this treasure lies behind an impenetrable barrier. I've tried everything to reach it, but to no avail. I would be grateful if you could get it for me. It's, you will see. I'm sure it will pose no problem for a master thief like you. Yes, it bewitched me the moment I saw a glimpse of it through the barrier. I can see now that I'm taking a risk here, but, well, I'm deciding to trust you. Will you? Really? Oh, that would be, that would be very nice of you. I'll wait for you here with what's left of my treasures. Well, well, you came back. Yes, that's it. Oh, thank you. Look how pretty it is. Oh, it must be worth a fortune. But don't worry, I don't plan on selling it, ever. I'll add it to my little treasure trove, which I'll move somewhere else. Thanks to you, I've realised that I need to find a safer place for my possessions. I need to keep them away from you humans and your sticky fingers. I guess. Fine, yeah, you can go. I hope you learned a valuable lesson today. I certainly have. Never trust a human around a locked chest. Look who's here, my favourite customer. It's always good to see a friendly face. Good, great, actually. I even had a customer the other day. He brought some of my very special mushrooms, and he didn't even try to haggle. And they do cost quite a lot, I think. Oh, you see, I stole them from a grove that belongs to one nasty Spriggan. And if he caught me, I'd be dead, or worse. None that I know of. They're just mushrooms. I mean, I'm not saying they are useless, and, well, the Spriggan might have done something to them. Spiteful piece of work that he is, but I don't think so. Well, no. The customer asked me why the mushrooms are so expensive. So I explained that they were very special, and that I gathered them under the cover of night at a place guarded by a dangerous magical being. I have no idea what you mean by that, but it sounds like a compliment, so I will take it. Thank you. I'd just be grateful if you didn't try to sell me any weapons, or nails, or buckets with iron handles. It's not that I have anything against things made of iron. I simply don't condone violence, that's it. Done already? Are you sure that's all you need? I have some incredibly tasty berries. Unless I ate them. Oh, yeah, I think I ate them.
you arrived. How can I help? It's unrelated to your task, but since you're curious, this is the statue of the Morning Harpist, built in the memory of the twin sisters from the court of Sagramore, the former ruler of Connacht and its lands. Legend has it that one sister killed the other out of jealousy for her talent. They also say that if you camp here at night, you might hear the wailing of the betrayed sister. But with the weirdness so thick, who'd camp here at night? The inn at Connacht is far more welcoming. That's all I know. But if you ever come across the remnants of the royal geographers, they might be able to tell you more. What does it matter what he thinks? He has his mission, the tribes have theirs, and I have mine. History is unfolding elsewhere, and the Guild intends to secure a place in the front row. It doesn't matter who rules the South. The fate of all Avalon is at stake. If people wish to kill each other in the meantime, the Guild won't stand in their way. I'd like you to find Calum and bring me his research. He's a former Guild member and a cruel man. He took the idea of life as a form of energy a little too much to heart, and it's made him potentially dangerous. We expelled him and cut him off from our resources, but, as you might guess, that didn't slow him down for long. We don't know the details, but I doubt it's anything good, or humane. From what I hear, he's gone completely mad and started experimenting on humans. He always claimed it's the only way to unlock the spark of life, but practicing necromancy is, of course, strictly forbidden by the Guild. Personally, I'd like to treat him the way he treats his test subjects. That's just my own view on the matter. The Guild only wants information on what he's doing. It'd be best if you didn't get yourself killed while gathering it. The owls are hooting that he's holed up in some hut at the swamps. But knowing that lunatic, he won't be doing his experiments anywhere out in the open.
Oi, what do you think you're doing here? This is my spot. I got here before dawn, so you better get lost, you miscreant! I don't need to explain anything, but you better explain why you're trying to steal my mushrooms. Oh, so now you're going to tell me you didn't know and that you were just passing by, huh? That actually sounds almost plausible. Well, you'll find loads of penny buns growing here. I once picked a dozen for beneath just one tree. That's why I call this place Penny Bun Grove. You aren't really interested in picking mushrooms, are you? Move along, but remember, I've got my eye on you. If you start snooping around the grass here, you'll get a taste of my knife.
Out there. Oh, thank you for stopping. People usually run away when they hear me speaking to them, so that's definitely a nice, though unexpected, change. You must be really brave or really stupid. Which one is it? Oh, please. I'm not unpleasant. I just don't really care anymore. Seems they called it gallows humor for a reason. Your guess is as good as mine, my dear. But I've had some time to think about it, and the best I came up with is that I just did not want to die when they were hanging me, and the weirdness granted my wish. So here I am, not dead. Oh, I was a soldier, under the mighty Legate Denham, and one day I decided that I didn't want to be a soldier anymore. I don't exactly remember the mission. It must have been related to either killing somebody or taking something from somebody, as they always are. It could have been a search party. To capture Thorn the Bloodbound? I forget. But I think I just couldn't. I didn't want to go there, to certain death, just to try to kill a man who fights for reasons I don't understand, to comply with orders I couldn't care less about. Am I, or was I, a deserter? I don't really think these things matter anymore. Oh, I most certainly did. It may sound a bit weird, though. But since it seems I won't be moving anytime soon, I do have a small favour to ask. There's a druid's tomb nearby. I can see it from here. Almost every single night his spirit rises from the grave and does unspeakable things with the fae or dryads that swarm around this place. I mean, good for him, but I do have to watch it, you know? And it is, let me tell you, disgusting. Well, get rid of him, of course. He's not human anymore. All that's left is a perverse, hungry spirit, raised from its grave by the weirdness. And you must know that the weirdness can do anything. I wouldn't want to find out what it will transform this hungry spirit into when enough time passes. Honestly, I'd fear for my life. If I were still alive. Sure. I'll be happy not to be able to watch it anymore. And it's not like I can close my eyes, you know?